You know that feeling, right? That sinking, frustrating feeling when you see a brand new product or some viral video or a business that's just blowing up, and you think to yourself, wait a minute, I had that exact same idea years ago. It happens to all of us, and it is absolutely maddening. So let's get into why this happens, and more importantly, what it tells us about the nature of ideas themselves.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. That app you doodled on a napkin, that business plan you never quite finished, that book you were always going to write, well, it's out there now, isn't it? And someone else is getting all the credit. Today, we're going to look at a pretty fascinating take on why this isn't just some random coincidence.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's the whole problem right there. It suggests ideas aren't just these random thoughts that belong to us forever. Nope, they're like fleeting opportunities. You get one, you don't act on it, and poof, it moves on. So the real question is, where do these ideas even come from in the first place, and why do they leave?
Okay, to really understand this, we've got to kind of shift our thinking. According to the source material we're looking at, ideas aren't just created inside our own heads. They're more like external forces, signals, that are sent out into the world with a very specific purpose, and get this, a timeline.
So this is what's really interesting, the whole concept of timing. An idea for a new piece of tech or a work of art isn't just floating around out there forever. It's actually released at a very precise moment, when the world is finally ready for it. You know, when the conditions are just right, the need is there, and the universe basically says, okay, it's time.
So check out the journey here. It starts with the time has come. Then a signal gets sent out, kind of like a radio wave, and that leads to first contact, that moment an antenna catches the signal. But that, of course, brings up the biggest question of all. What exactly is the antenna?
That's right, you are, we are. This is the whole metaphor at the center of this. So when that brilliant idea just pops into your head out of nowhere, it's not just some random spark of your own genius. It's you successfully receiving a cosmic signal that was meant for this exact moment in time.
So you're basically the first receiver, the first point of contact between this timely idea and the actual physical world. You get the first shot, the first crack at bringing it to life. But, as we're about to see, not all antennas are created equal.
So how do you become a good antenna? Well, it's not just about passively getting the idea. The source here says you need to be prepared. That means having your people, your network, or your resources ready to go. It means having the physical and mental strength to actually do the work. And it means having what the source calls clear energy. You know, being open, focused, and not full of all that static that could block the signal.
But here's the thing. Catching the signal, that's only step one. The very next moment is the one that changes everything. It's the moment of choice. It's that pivot point between a fleeting thought and a reality that could change the world.
And here it is, the fork in the road. First, the signal arrives. Then comes the choice. Do you commit? Do you put in the hours, make the calls, write the code, do whatever it takes? Or do you put it off till tomorrow? The outcome, as you can see, is a direct result of that one simple decision.
And here are those two realities side by side. On the left, you take action. You put in the work, and the idea becomes yours. It's that simple. But on the right, you do nothing. You hesitate, you delay, and that signal just finds its next target. The idea doesn't die, it just changes hands.
Now, this next part is both really humbling and, I think, super motivating. The story doesn't just end because you didn't act. The idea itself has a destiny, and the universe, well, it's patient. If you pass on it, someone else gets to turn it back. The critical point here is that this whole thing is bigger than any one of us. There's a job that needs to be done, a concept that needs to exist in the world. And whether you call it God or the universe or something else, the source suggests there's this driving force that wants this work completed. The process just doesn't stop.
This quote is just so powerful, isn't it? If not you, then someone else. It completely takes our ego out of the equation. The world needed that invention or that song or that solution. You were just given the first chance to be the one to deliver it. But the cycle, it doesn't stop for anybody. The idea will find a home.
And we've come full circle, right back to our main metaphor. If your antenna gets the signal but doesn't do anything with it, the universe simply scans for the next receptive antenna, someone who is ready, who is willing, and who has that clear energy to actually get the job done.
So that really leaves us with one final thought. Right now, this very second, an idea whose time has come is being released out into the universe. It's looking for a home, it's looking for someone with the resources, the strength, and the will to act. The only question left is Is your antenna ready?